project with very high returns potential is launching in Dubai soon, and nobody knows about it yet. Until now, we've received exclusive information about it, and it's significantly underpriced for what investors are getting. A deal like this would have been impossible before the regional conflict. So let's break down what makes it such a great option for investors, why is it so unique, and why it should have been priced 30% higher. And let me tell you right away why we have such a high conviction in this opportunity. It's simple. This project ticks all the boxes. Best type of property, best area, best location in the area, best concept, and best price. Significantly underpriced compared to alternatives. So let me walk you through this list, starting with why is the best type of property. Look at this. This is a satellite view on Dubai, and Dubai has hundreds of thousands residential units. Estimations are different depending on what you include and don't include, but it's between 625,000 to more than 800,000 residential units. Let's say it's 625,000, and out of these 625,000 units, only 30,000 units are in beachfront areas. And this makes sense. The coastline is naturally limited, plus a big portion of it is secured for locals. A huge coastline area is a leasehold area, so only GCC citizens from the UAE, Bahrain, Oman, Qatar, Kuwait, and Saudi Arabia can fully own the properties there. So we're left with 30,000 units only, and these 30,000 units are among the most desired properties in Dubai. This is just 5% of the whole residential supply, but developers are launching new projects in beachfront areas, so the share of beachfront properties could have gone up. But Dubai is also growing into the desert, and if we take the future supply, all the units that are planned to be delivered until the end of 2029, then the share of beachfront properties stays the same. So they are and will stay in the future naturally limited, artificially limited, but very much desired. And among all of them, there is one property type, the one we're talking about today, that is the most desired and the most limited one. These are private beach properties. And we'll show you a chart that illustrates how they grow. Properties with a private beach access are among the fastest growing in Dubai. And normally, these are ultra-luxurious properties, like Atlantis the Royal, Mars Al Arab, or Bulgari. They are priced very high and they are beyond reach for many investors. But there is one area where it's possible to get beachfront properties at a significantly lower price. And in my opinion, this area is the #1 area for real estate investors in Dubai. The best one for capital appreciation, the best one for total returns. And it's kinda proven already. Price growth that we've seen there over the last 2 years is pretty impressive. Look at this chart. If you compare the average price per square foot in 2026 versus an average price per square foot in the same area in 2024, then now it's 43% higher. These prices are not for ready properties, because the area is still developing. But that's the beauty of it. Now less than 40% of all planned units are launched, which means that we have many years of development ahead. So developers will keep raising prices, and this will push the prices up for investors who invested at the early stages. This area is Dubai Islands. And what is so great about Dubai Islands is that it is a really attractive area for both residents and tourists. Let me explain why. Look at this list. These are the most important factors for high net worth individuals when they are choosing a home in Dubai. This is based on the research made by Knight Frank. So #1 is proximity to parks and green spaces. What Nahil is doing here, and Nahil is the master developer of Dubai Islands, and this is different compared to what they did on Palm Jumeirah, is that they're adding parks across all of the islands. There'll be enough greenery on Island A, Island B, and other islands too. #2, proximity to a hospital or healthcare center. And there will be a hospital on Dubai Islands, on Island A. #3 is beach access, and obviously there is a beach, and it's a much better beach compared to Palm Jumeirah. The thing that they changed, and that's a significant improvement, is the architecture of the islands. Palm Jumeirah has an issue with stagnant water. It's a seawater, but the number of places where the water can flow in and out is pretty limited. Just 4 points across the Palm. Dubai Islands, on the other hand, is designed like a bay. The water quality there is on a completely different level. Number 4 is sea views, and obviously there'll be plenty of those. And number 5 is proximity to a regional mall. And there won't be just a mall on Dubai Islands. They're gonna be a huge mall, with a size comparable to Dubai Mall. And malls are not only important for residents. Let's look at the next thing. This is the data from Dubai's economic department, and it shows the attractions visited by international visitors, by tourists who came to Dubai. So all of them visited the malls. Dubai Mall was virtually visited by all tourists who came to Dubai. The second thing is beach and marine attractions. We talked about the beach, but there is one more thing that makes Dubai Island special. And many people don't know it, but Dubai is building a huge artificial reef. So there are literally growing reef modules in the sea, and they have two main goals. First one is improving the marine biodiversity. Second is creating a new attraction for tourists. And this is the real thing they're working on. They started in 2024. Then in summer 2025, they shared some progress that they did. They planted 3,500 modules. In total, they planned around 20,000. And they've achieved some results in improving the marine life. And the reason why I'm telling you about this is because the first phase of this project is right in front of Dubai Islands. So those who are staying on Dubai Islands will be going there for snorkeling or for diving, and we'll see +1 mega tourist attraction in this area. The next thing on the tourist list is cultural and heritage destinations. So these are the places like Al Fahiri, which is a kind of authentic district, and Gold Souk, for example. Dubai Islands are roughly 10 minutes away from them. Then of course we have Burj Khalifa on the list. Dubai Islands are not right next to downtown, but it will take roughly 20-25 minutes to get there. That's a shorter trip compared to going from Palm Jumeirah. And the rest of the list are different tourist landmarks. But Dubai Islands is obviously focused on attracting a lot of tourists. The area is gonna have roughly twice as much hotels as Palm Jumeirah has. As a property investor, you shouldn't fear them. They may actually help you. Having a property near hotel venues by big hotel brands makes it much easier to communicate the value of the location to potential renters. Those who live in Airbnbs, they're also attracted by amenities provided by hotels, water parks, spas, different entertainment facilities, cafes, restaurants. Hotels create all this infrastructure. And the project I'm telling you about today is exactly in the location like that. It'll be close to Rixos, and there'll be some other hotel plots right next to it. There'll be many prominent hospitality hotel brands on Dubai Islands, but unfortunately they're not publicly announced yet, so we can't share them in this video. But there are several other crucial advantages of the location of this project. I'll tell you about them in 30 seconds, but if you want to learn more details about this project, about the concept, amenities, prices for different types of units, and to get important financial data like rental projections and appreciation potential, you can scan this QR code or click the link below the video and download the special insider report we made about this project. And if you find this opportunity interesting and you're seriously considering investing in it, drop us a WhatsApp message and we'll share even more information, some things that we can't put on this report. And now let me tell you more about the location. So the project is located on Island B of Dubai Islands. And in our opinion, in most cases, Island B is a more optimal choice for investors. First, take a look at the supply. Island B, the whole island, is gonna have less than 7,000 units in total. Island A is gonna have 5 times more than that, more than 30,000 units. And they are not that different in size. Take a look at the next chart. It shows the number of units per land area. And it brings us to a conclusion that Island A is gonna have 3 times higher population density. Also, many investors are concerned about Dubai Islands being under the flight path. And despite the plan to shut down the DXB airport and move all the operations to Al Maktoum, some investors are afraid of a risk that it will not happen or will happen later. So if you are worried about that, then Island B is a less riskier option. It's further from the flight path. We've visited the island many times, and for sure, airplane noise will not bother the residents there. And the last thing about Island B, and in my opinion is the most important thing about this island, is that you can get properties there with private beach access. There was a private beach project by Ellington on Island A 1.5 years ago, but since then private beach projects were launched on Island B only. So apartments in the project we're talking about will have direct private beach access, They'll be near top-notch hotel brands, and the best units in this building will have views of the sea, of the golf course, and of the sunset. So it's a pretty unique setup. But I haven't told you about the concept yet. So let me explain why this project has the best concept. All the units will be fully serviced, fully furnished, and fully designed. What it practically means is that you'll be getting a strong brand with proven hospitality standards. It's a really good brand with 40 years of experience and with more than 800 units under management. You'll be getting 24/7 concierge service, housekeeping service. You can get a hotel-grade cleaning if you want for extra fee. Your property will be professionally maintained, and there'll be an engineering team on a site. You can get a room service, and of course you get a restaurant access. So you're basically getting an apartment with a hotel service. Obviously, it's not the first concept like that in Dubai. And what we see from the historical data, that properties like that, they bring significantly higher rental returns to investors. For example, in Palm Jumeirah, average gross rental yields for serviced apartments are up to 1.4 times higher compared to regular apartments. And this chart doesn't show you the value appreciation. This property is actually growing significantly faster than area average. What you should note though is that service charges in serviced apartments are normally higher compared to regular apartments. In this case, they have a pretty transparent system and not a really high fee. The details will be available for our clients who are looking to invest. But there is one more thing about this concept. And this project is gonna be a boutique project, meaning there will be a limited, small number of units. In this case, it's just 99 apartments. So this is the first project like that on Dubai Islands, and it got a very limited supply. Of course, it gives you tremendous leverage. With projects like that, many units will stay off market. Many off-plan investors are end users. They'll be living there by themselves. So these units will not be rented out and they will not be sold. But if you are looking to sell, or if you are looking to rent it out, you get a lot of negotiation power, and this allows you to charge significant premiums. So the concept of the project itself is truly exclusive, but it'll make investment sense only if it's priced right. So let's talk about the pricing. First, we look for alternatives in developed areas. This should be an indication of where the prices will go as Dubai Islands as an area develops. And the issue is that there are not many concepts like that. They mostly exist in the ultra-luxurious segment. And if we go to the middle or upper middle segment, then properties there lack one of two things. They either have no private beach or they are not serviced. So if we take a Palm Tower, which is serviced, it doesn't have a private beach. The price there is $1,200 per square foot. That's 4,400 dirhams. A strong concept with a private beach is Pasa by Beyond. It's an off-plan project, but it's in a developed area. It's on Palm Jumeirah. It's not serviced, so again, it's not a fully fair comparison. The price is around $1,700 or 6,000 dirhams per square foot. And projects that have both are projects like one at Palm. It has a private beach, it is fully serviced, but the price is around 9,000 dirhams per square foot. That's $2,500. But the project we're discussing today is priced 2.5 times lower than one at Palm. Its price is around $1,000 or 3,800 dirhams per square foot. And what's interesting is that if we compare this price per square foot with other projects available on Dubai Islands, which are not on the same level in terms of their concepts, none of them have two factors. None of them is serviced and has a private beach. JW by Marriott has no private beach, but it's serviced. The price is pretty much the same as the project we're discussing today. Miriva by Ellington. It's not serviced, but it has direct beach access. Again, the price is very close. Villa del Brunello by Mr. 8. Not serviced, no private beach. The price is a bit higher than the project we're discussing today. So this project is priced the same on per square foot basis, but its concept is significantly stronger from an investment point of view. Let me also give you the price indication for different types of units. They are not final, and the exact price of course depends on the type of unit you choose. One beds are 2.8 to 3.5 million dirhams, which is from 760 to 950,000 US dollars. Two beds are 5.2 to 6.6 million dirhams, or $1.4 to $1.8 million. 3 beds are 8.2 to 8.8 million dirhams. That's 2.2 to 2.4 million US dollars.